Ultra Instinct versus Fusion, two ultimate trump cards our heroes use when times get rougher than rough, and with great results. But if somehow these two ultimate techniques were to clash head to head, who would win? Can Gogeta Blue beat Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, or is he second place to the white-haired god? Strap in and get ready, cause we're about to break down exactly which of these heavyweights reigns supreme. Before we get to any comparisons, we're gonna go through each technique, breaking down how they work, what their benefits and drawbacks are, and times they were used before comparing them head to head. Let's start with Fusion, the older of the two techniques. There are actually a few different forms of fusion in Dragon Ball. Fusion first appeared in the Namek saga when Piccolo fused with Nail. The form of fusion seen here is a Namekian specialty done between warrior types. One Namekian absorbs the other, keeping their own mind and body but taking on the other's knowledge and techniques. The absorbed fusee's mind slowly fades away, but it can still influence the host, as seen by Piccolo's affinity for Nail's friend, Dende. The power gained is immense, definitely more than the sum of its parts. After all, Nail only had a power level of 42,000, and Piccolo's power level more than doubled when they fused, shooting well over 1 million and easily beating second form Frieza. When Piccolo fused with Kami, he powered up again, and this time the effect was even greater than before due to his and Kami's originally being one person. However, this type of fusion is nowhere near strong enough to compete with Ultra Instinct. After all, the Universe 6 Namekians fused almost the entire planet into two beings, and they still couldn't beat Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan. And in the manga, a bunch of fused Namekian warriors died out easily against an old and decrepit Moro. As cool as it is, Namekian fusion is out of the question. The fusions we care about are the techniques that appeared in the Buu saga, the Metamoran Fusion Dance, and the Potara Earrings. The Fusion Dance works by taking two spiritually balanced fighters and having them perform a dance to sync their spirits and fuse, combining together to form an entirely new being with incredible speed and power. It's all about precision. If the two fighters leave even a finger out of line, they'll mess up the ritual and turn into a fat or anorexic version of the fusion with little power. And since the Fusion Dance takes 30 minutes to wear off, fusing wrong can put fighters in a dangerous situation. If the fighters aren't of similar build or power, the technique simply won't work and a fusion won't happen. If the fighters do perform the ritual right, however, the results are well worth the toil. Fusions are tens of times more powerful than their fusees, and they have all of their abilities. What's more, they can even do techniques their fusees can't do, like Gotenks turning Super Saiyan 3, even though Goten and Trunks can only go Super Saiyan. By the way, even though people using this technique normally do the whole dance, Toriyama mentioned in an interview that sufficiently balanced beings only need to do the Ha portion to fuse, and that it's possible for more than two people to combine. The exact power of the fusion dance is hard to pin down. The Battle of Gods movie implied that Super Saiyan God Goku was stronger than a hypothetical Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, as Goku felt that even fusing with Vegeta wouldn't be enough to match Beerus, so Super Saiyan God over Super Saiyan 3 fusion? Maybe not. Gogeta was able to effortlessly dodge and slap away Super Saiyan Broly's attacks in his base form in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, which suggests he may be even stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta in his base form. Additionally, his Super Saiyan form was clearly a bit ahead of Broly's, and considering Broly was about even with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, it again seems base fusion over Super Saiyan Blue. This also lines up with other events in Dragon Ball Super that we'll discuss shortly. In the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, Fat Gotenks is evidently more powerful than Goten and Trunks, as he's able to crack Cell Max's weak spot by ramming into it head first, meaning even a failed fusion is stronger than its fusees. If this seems like it contradicts the earlier series, oh well, you know how Toriyama was. The other form of fusion introduced in the Buu saga was Potara Fusion. This fusion works using Potara Earrings, a set of earrings worn by all Supreme Kais. To use them, two fighters need simply to put the earrings on corresponding ears, one left, one right, and voila. Fusion. It's a whole lot simpler than the Fusion Dance, and unlike the Fusion Dance, it can't mess up. Sweet. Originally, the Potara fusion was permanent, but Dragon Ball Super established that it's only permanent if one of the people involved is a Supreme Kai, otherwise it lasts about an hour. Though excess power usage can shorten this duration, as seen with Vegito Blue. If the earrings break, it seems the fusion is undone too, as seen with Kefla, though this isn't certain. In terms of power, the Potara seems pretty similar to the Fusion Dance. Fighters don't need to be equal to use it, meaning no one has to hold back like Trunks does when fusing with Goten. But for fighters like Goku and Vegeta, whose strength is pretty much neck and neck, that doesn't really matter. Elder Supreme Kai stated that the Potara were superior to the Fusion Dance, but what does he know? He thought they were permanent. In Dragon Ball Super, the Potara are described as increasing the fusee's power tens of times, just like the Fusion Dance. And just like the Fusion Dance, Potaras easily surpass Super Saiyan God. Kale and Caulifla's base forms were both weaker than Goku's, for example, but their fusion Kefla was able to easily beat Super Saiyan God Goku without transforming, zipping around him so fast he couldn't even react. And when she powered up to Super Saiyan, Goku had to go Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken just to match, and he still lost. More on her later. In the Dragon Ball Super manga, Base Vegito casually destroys half of Merge Zamasu's body with a single ki blast before eating a Senzu bean, so that was really just the tip of the iceberg for what he was capable of. When he went Super Saiyan Blue, he pummeled the evil god one-sidedly and was about to erase an immortal being from existence with his final Kamehameha before he defused. While he was charging the attack, Shin noted that his power might have even surpassed that of Beerus. So, in short, Base Potara and Fusion both seem to match or surpass Super Saiyan Blue in terms of raw power. Now onto Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct first appeared in the Tournament of Power, and it hasn't made an anime appearance since then, mostly because the anime ended. It hasn't been in any movies either, at least not by Goku. Although they totally faked us out with it in the Broly movie, it's been used plenty of times in the manga. We're gonna break it all down now. Ultra Instinct is first hinted at in Resurrection F when Whis tells the Saiyans that they need to learn to let their bodies move on their own without thinking, the way he does. This is essentially what Ultra Instinct is. The user's body senses attacks and dodges on its own as well as attacking without thinking. It also means Whis' fight with Beerus at the end of Battle of Gods might be the first appearance of Ultra Instinct in the series. Since they don't need to think to move, Ultra Instinct users see a huge boost to their speed, even though Kefla easily beat Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. For example, she couldn't even touch Ultra Instinct Omen Goku, even after she powered up. Ultra Instinct also comes with a huge boost in power, as Goku went from being utterly unable to hurt Jiren to dominating him using the technique. However, the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie follows a different mode of thinking, explaining that Jiren and Ultra Instinct wasn't much stronger than Goku and Vegeta normally, but rather that they used their power more efficiently, allowing for more powerful attacks. Regardless of how it works, the effect is obvious. Ultra Instinct makes you a force to be reckoned with. In the anime, Ultra Instinct comes in two flavors: Ultra Instinct Omen, an incomplete form that has excellent defense but not the best offense, and Complete Ultra Instinct, a white-haired form that takes your defense and offense to a whole other level. And it also gives Goku a Susanoo that can throw opponents to space. In the manga, we also see a third version in the Granola Saga called True Ultra Instinct, but it's not that important, especially since latest chapters confirm the white-haired Complete Ultra Instinct is Goku's strongest form. Ultra Instinct is the ultimate technique of the angels, beings such as Whis who surpass even the gods of destruction, and its users are said to utterly surpass those who lack it. For example, Jiren, who was dozens of times more powerful than Super Saiyan Blue Goku, found himself unable to land a hit on Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, and even after breaking his limits and becoming stronger and faster than ever, he still couldn't beat the Saiyan. Likewise, Moro, who beat all the Z fighters and impaled Goku through the chest with one arm, was able to overwhelm Ultra Instinct Omen Goku, but Beerus, using the completed technique, made him look like a total pushover. And when Goku used Mastered Ultra Instinct against him, Moro was helpless, even breaking his arm on Goku's chest where he impaled him earlier. This showcases one of Ultra Instinct's defensive capabilities. It can shift a user's vital points and harden certain parts of the body as it sees fit. Though he was utterly helpless against Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku at first, Moro was able to match him when he absorbed the technique from Beerus. If you can't beat him, join him. Interestingly enough, Beerus still figured himself capable of beating Ultra Instinct Moro, and still considers himself unsurpassed by Goku in the latest manga chapter. Ultra Instinct has its drawbacks. It can't be maintained for too long before it starts to fade and imperfections show up in its defense and movements. For example, in the Granola arc, Granola uses his sentient eyepiece named Oatmeal to sense an enemy's vital points, striking them with pinpoint accuracy and making quick work of them. When Goku transformed to Complete Ultra Instinct, however, he had no weak points and Granola was helpless. After some time passed, Ultra Instinct started to slip and Granola saw an opening, hitting Goku with a powerful strike and knocking him out with 2 blows. Likewise, in the anime, Goku's Ultra Instinct ran out right before he could deal the finishing blow to Jiren, and the strain of using the divine technique wrecked his body similarly to the Kaioken. In short, Ultra Instinct is incredibly powerful, but using it is a race against time, and users have to finish fights off before it runs out or else things can get ugly. It's also not foolproof. Enough raw speed and power can definitely overwhelm the technique, as seen by Jiren's fight against Goku in the Tournament of Power and Kefla singeing his hairs in Ultra Instinct Omen. Beast Gohan straight up beat the Ultra Instinct out of Goku in the manga's latest chapter, hitting him so hard and so fast that he couldn't react. So, if all else fails, more power. But is fusion powerful enough? Let's get into it. We already established that base fusion is at least as powerful as Super Saiyan Blue, if not more so. How does that stack up against Ultra Instinct? In the Tournament of Power, 20 times Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue Goku was utterly helpless against Jiren. The stoic Gray batted away all of his attacks with no effort, tanking punches, dodging Kamehamehas, and stomping Goku into the ground without so much as a grunt. He even beat him with the weird eye thing. When Goku transformed into Ultra Instinct Omen, however, things began to change, and suddenly the Saiyan was able to dish out some pain. He even blocked the eye thing. Since he performed so much better in Ultra Instinct Sign than in Super Saiyan Blue, we're gonna assume Ultra Instinct Omen is around 50 to 100 times stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. This seems right given that Super Saiyan 2 Kefla was strong enough to kill Goku in one shot if her attacks could land, though the way Kefla's transformations work is itself up in the air due to Kale's legendary influence. You see the green hair. Also, this is anime series scaling right now, which is different from the mangas and movies, so we'll break those down in just a second. We're just gonna call Ultra Instinct Omen 100 times stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, and say Mastered or Completed Ultra Instinct is 10 times stronger than that. That gives us a grand total of 1000 times stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, which is completely busted. Even Super Saiyan 3 Kefla wouldn't be able to keep up with complete Ultra Instinct Goku. But what about Gogeta? If Gogeta didn't have access to godly transformations, this might be a worthwhile discussion. However, since Super Saiyan God is well over 1000 times base power, and Gogeta's base power is at least as great as Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God Gogeta should easily beat Ultra Instinct Goku. It wouldn't even be a fight really, more of a massacre. Even if we say Ultra Instinct is 10,000 times stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, Gogeta would still be far stronger. 10,000 times Super Saiyan Blue Goku is only 12.5 stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta. Max. Unless you think Super Saiyan Blue is less than 12 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3, there is no way Ultra Instinct Goku can beat Gogeta Blue using the anime scaling. The score is 1-0, Gogeta. In the manga and movies, things get more interesting. We know Goku uses a technique similar to Kaioken against Jiren in the Tournament of Power, again, to no avail, but Goku never says how many times he's multiplying his power, and neither do any guidebooks or other references, so we don't have to deal with the ridiculous power inflation Ultra Instinct presents in the anime. It's up in the air just how much stronger Ultra Instinct is than Super Saiyan Blue, but the gap is clearly a big one. Ultra Instinct Sign performs much better against Moro than Super Saiyan Blue does, for example, and Complete Ultra Instinct dominates him. The Granola arc likewise showcases a gulf between the two forms, with Complete Ultra Instinct dominating a Granola clone who was more or less even with Super Saiyan Blue. That said, Super Saiyan Blue Goku was able to defend against Gas, who was stronger than Granola, and keep him busy for a while, so the gap might not be as large as it seems. Gogeta Blue barely appears in the manga, since the Broly movie was never adapted in this format. However, pages featuring Broly do mention that Goku and Vegeta emerge from their fight with him stronger than ever, and they show Gogeta seemingly unfazed while Broly sits defeated at his feet. Even several arcs later, Super Saiyan Broly is seemingly on par with Beast Gohan, the same Beast Gohan who beat the Ultra out of Goku. If Broly really is about equal with Beast Gohan, then Gogeta Blue likely outclasses him, unless Broly has gotten substantially stronger since their fight. However, there is no evidence Broly's gotten stronger, as his training up until this point seems more focused on controlling the well of strength already within him. Even if he has gotten stronger, there's no way to know whether Broly surpassed Gogeta Blue or simply caught up to him. In short, Gogeta Blue in the manga might be strong enough to outspeed and outmuscle Goku the same way Gohan Beast did, but there's just no way to know for certain. Additionally, even if Ultra Instinct is stronger, we don't know if Goku can maintain it long enough to beat Gogeta. We're gonna call this a draw, making it 1-0 in Gogeta's favor. Not looking good for Goku. Finally, there are the Dragon Ball movies whose scripts are composed by Toriyama and which, due to the lack of other writers involved, likely follow his vision most closely. Toriyama held Super Saiyan Blue in a much higher regard than the anime staff. In his mind, it was always strong. For instance, in the Goku Black arc, we see fused Zamasu easily overpower Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, forcing them to throw everything at him in an effort to win. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, Fusion, the Spirit Bomb Sword. In the anime, even Super Saiyan Blue Fusion wasn't enough to utterly overwhelm the corrupt god. You can see Zamasu straight up tank a final Kamehameha like it was nothing, Vegito's ultimate technique. The manga is more respectful of Blue's power. Vegito easily overpowers Zamasu, and perfected Super Saiyan Blue Goku is able to fight Zamasu one-on-one. However, in Toriyama's original vision, Zamasu was going to be defeated by Goku and Vegeta working together in blue, showing just how powerful the form was. It was Toyotaro or Toei who suggested to add Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, anticipating that fans would want to see him again given the arc's focus on Potara earrings. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Toriyama gave many statements showing exactly how he viewed Super Saiyan Saiyan Blue, such as in a pre-Resurrection F interview where he called it strong and tranquil. And even in Dragon Ball Super, Superhero, he takes time to explain that Jiren and Ultra Instinct aren't much stronger than Blue, they just use their power better. In other words, in Toriyama's mind, the gap between Ultra Instinct wasn't an insurmountable gulf of power, but rather a way of fighting that allowed you to overcome any enemy. This is also why Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution don't appear in any of the Dragon Ball Super movies. They are Toei's ideas, not Toriyama's. Incidentally, Kale and Kefla were made at Toei's behest as well. So, in the movies, how does Blue Gogeta stack up against Ultra Instinct? Well, it's hard to say, considering Ultra Instinct isn't much stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. It seems like a fusion of Super Saiyan Blues should blow it out of the water, right? Maybe. The way Toriyama explained it in Resurrection F, Ultra Instinct is a technique that goes beyond raw strength, allowing an opponent to avoid any danger by moving without thinking. That said, there must be some limit to its capabilities. After all, even if the events of the Tournament of Power didn't play out exactly the same, Jiren is still listed among the group of warriors Goku and Vegeta are chasing, alongside that freak Broly and the actual gods of destruction. This means that Jiren still gave Goku and company the fight of their lives in Toriyama's mind, and Broly was in a similar tier. If Broly is at a similar level of power to Jiren and Ultra Instinct Goku beat Jiren, Ultra Instinct Goku might beat Broly too. Even if he did, however, that wouldn't make him stronger than Gogeta, it would just put him on the same tier. To really compare the two, we're gonna have to look at the movies more intently. Shortly before the release of Dragon Ball Super, Superhero, Toriyama released statements describing Gohan Beast, Orange Piccolo, and Cell Max, the three newest forms and characters in the movie. He mentions that Piccolo had obtained battle power on par with Goku and company, and that Cell Max would have been stronger than Broly were he completed. However, since he was awakened prematurely, Cell Max was a mindless beast. Given that power in Dragon Ball involves mental control, a mindless Cell Max was likely weaker than Broly, and Gohan Beast, who beat Cell Max, should at least be on Broly's level. Orange Piccolo, who is weaker than Cell Max, is considered on par with Goku and company. So, we have Broly and Gohan Beast over Cell Max over Orange Piccolo, Goku and company. Since Gogeta over Broly, then Gogeta over Goku and company. Case closed. Of course, we have to be careful with this logic. Some people speculate that Orange Piccolo is only on par with Super Saiyan Blue, especially since Ultra Ego is a manga-only form, meaning that Vegeta can't really be on Goku's level as far as this statement is concerned. Others say it's a general phrase, including Beast Gohan, who is clearly Piccolo's superior, meaning that on par just means in the same general tier. And Ultra Instinct could indeed be greater than Gohan Beast and Orange Piccolo. Of course, if Super Saiyan Blue is close to Ultra Instinct, then Vegeta is on Ultra Instinct's level, and Orange Piccolo could be there too even if his power isn't much higher than Blue. At the end of the day, the way you interpret Toriyama's statements determines whether they lean towards Gogeta's favor. However, I think the fact that Toriyama chose to have Goku and Vegeta fuse to fight Broly shows fusion superiority. Some might say he just didn't want to have Ultra Instinct appear twice in a row, but to me it seems Toriyama used fusion for two reasons. 1. He wanted to give the fans something to go crazy over, and 2. He wanted someone far stronger than Goku, Vegeta, and Broly to appear. Broly and Jiren are both on the same tier in DBS Superhero, adjacent to the Gods of Destruction, and UI Goku is on that same tier, given that he considered Jiren a good fight. But Gogeta is almost certainly above that tier. Look how easily he thrashed Broly, who Goku, in Toriyama's words, said might be stronger than Beerus. It also meshes well with an earlier line by Whis in Resurrection F that states Goku and Vegeta working together might beat Beerus. Taking Resurrection F and all subsequent movies together as a whole, Blue Fusion is simply too strong for Ultra Instinct to beat, so it's another win for Gogeta. There you have it. Blue Gogeta would beat the brakes off of Ultra Instinct Goku in the anime. In the manga, it could go either way. And in the movies Toriyama wrote and the anime, Blue Gogeta is on a whole different level than Ultra Instinct, Broly, Jiren, and the Gods of Destruction. But what do you think? Did we get it right? Or would Ultra Instinct Goku come out on top? Comment your thoughts below and be sure to like and subscribe to DB Hype for more awesome DB content.